When it comes to my career and the thing that I'm passionate about, which is education, a business partner of mine and myself, we actually we worked for another supplemental education service provider, and it didn't take us long to understand exactly how those numbers were working. In fact, I'm very appreciative to the first person that I worked for. He was the first and the only person, because after leaving him and understanding where the numbers was coming from, I quickly understood and realized that if I'm going to do this, then I need to be the one that's creating that destiny for myself. And I didn't like the things that was going on in the industry and the way people were being treated. But my partner and myself, we both studied. We studied exactly every single moving piece in the industry. And we studied it to the extent that we can literally go to any state within the United States of America, any state, set up shop, and make it a profitable engine. And we've done that. And, we've actually had to slow ourselves down, because at one point we've seen ourselves expanding a little bit too far and a little too stretched out. But we're able to do that because we understood exactly all of the puzzle pieces of what it took to create a successful educational tutoring service in one state, and how to replicate that in another state, and how to make it a continuing process. Now, are there different issues in different states? Yes, of course there are. But those different things that, we work it out. And we know exactly what we need to do, because this has been a study and a passion of ours to make sure that when we walk into that state, we walk out with cash in hand. We walk out with money coming into the bank account, more money than, of course, we're outlaying into that particular territory. But this is what I see in the 12 Visions world. I see this not as a one-man show, or only a few people having that creative knowledge. I see that as millions of people being able to do that. What the 12 Visions world is going to do with the 12 Visions president is really open up vast majority of opportunities for more people to start thinking outside of the box. Now, of course, as Larry mentioned, we don't have to wait until then. I didn't wait until then, because for me, I wanted it now. I've always wanted my own business, and I've always wanted it. I have a successful thing, have a successful business that was thriving, that I can see myself paying off bills and paying off debt, and going into a place and buying things with cash. My business partner just went and bought a 2011 SUV, and I said to him, you didn't put it on credit, or you not have any monthly bills, are you? He's like, no. I wrote him a check, and I drove home. I was like, that's the way we got to do it. It's exactly the way we have to do it, and that's exactly what we all have the ability of doing. It takes time, but we have to concentrate on it on a daily basis and really develop that passion and that drive for whatever it is, whether it's writing, whether it's food. I just lost my financial assistant. Why did I lose my financial assistant? Because her burning desire was to really own her own hoagie shop. She wanted a sandwich shop, and she had an opportunity working part-time on the weekends outside of us with a place that is going to make her assistant manager. What can I say to that except for follow your dreams and follow your heart? So all of us have that creative ability. It's built in us. It's innate. And when we're happiest, we're at our happiest when we are creating that value. It's just a matter of finding that passion and making sure we stick to it. There is $1 million check sitting in my bathroom that's been sitting there since 2007, the year that I decided to create this education company. There's not a morning that I do not wake up and look and stare at that check. Now, yes, since then I have deposited those figures and even more. However, that check still remains there because one of my other goals is deposit a check that size in my own personal account, not just the business account. So with that, I'm going to turn it back over to you, Michael.
Wow, Karlton, that was powerful. What you said about being able to have that living job today is possible. And that's possible with the division of essence and living job dynamic, which everybody will get to have in the 12 Visions world. It's just, there's no way around it. Everybody will have that same dynamic. So thank you very much. Steve,
yes.
About what I just said there,
uh-huh.
Can you enlighten us a little bit more about that?
Be glad to do it. Karlton, thank you very much. You really gave some powerful information for all of our listeners, and I really did myself heard it from you. I think the idea for all of us, we need to realize we need to be true to ourselves, and we need to look into ourselves. We all have the capacity to succeed and to be successful. The key is you have to first know who you are. You need to look at yourself. And then you need to start to move forward. And that's what we talk about here. We talk about working to help you overcome that. The 12 Visions explains that, how you do that. And you work it step by step. And that's why I decided to leave the world of somebody who I had to depend on for a paycheck, and I decided I was going to depend on myself for that and all that came with it, because I knew I could do it, and I lost the fear factor of it, and I understood my 100% responsibility. So every day, by the way, I get up. I'm working. I do work 7 days a week at times, but it's not the work you realize. It's a work of fun. It's a work of enlightenment. I celebrate in a different way. I celebrate at different times of the day and in the times of the week, but because it's the way I choose. I see everybody, I choose this. And that's the difference. I'm not forced to do it. I choose it because I like getting up and doing things on a Saturday and Sunday that's going to help you. To be honest with you, think about all of us on the call tonight talking to you, or during the day when we talk. We do this because we choose to communicate to all of you, because we love what we're doing and we believe in this, and we're giving this out to you today. And that's because we choose to do it. You do not have to be in that environment where you have to be forced to produce. You can create, as we've been talking about. And you can create values for others, and that will bring, by creating the values for others, you are creating a happiness for you. And it just keeps escalating and escalating. And the 12 Visions world is going to offer you that, because it's going to offer you an environment that's going to let you become more creative and to give out more to society and then return more. We're doing it today, and in a way we're role models for you, and we want to be, because it can happen for you too. And continue working with the 12 Visions Party, continue talking or communicating to us, and we will give that out to you. But yes, today I am an entrepreneur. Today I am working with several companies. And yes, today I'm actually getting paychecks coming in for my different endeavors. So I'm living a very nice life. I'm living the life I choose to live. And I'm making a nice life from it. And that's a big difference. And I want to thank what I've learned from the 12 Visions and, being part of the 12 Visions Party. It's a very powerful thing for me and for, I know, many of us around. So thank you.
Thank you, Steve. That was very powerful. And I think that everybody, including myself, is a little bit more enlightened from hearing from both you and Karlton about that. That was good stuff. Well, we need to take a break. So we'll be back in a few minutes. This is NTR, Neothink Radio, and you're with the officers of the 12 Visions Party National Committee.
NTR. Next year, Atlas Limousine will be celebrating 20 years in the business. They serve over 1,000 cities worldwide, and their staff is available 24 hours a day. From personal to corporate, Atlas Limo offers many choices for your transport pleasure. Sedans, stretch limos, SUVs, vans, minibuses, they even have party buses up to 55 passengers. With excellent customer care and so many choices, it's no wonder Atlas Limo is celebrating 20 years in the business. Celebrate with them. Phone Atlas Limousine and Sedan Services at 1-888-266-2852. That's 1-888-266-2852. Or visit Atlas Limo.